Hello, my lovelies. I am Madam Crystal Butterfly, and today I am reviewing Mirror's Reflections by Nicole Gillespie. Alright, my lovelies, before I get deeper into this amazing book, please allow me to tell you a little bit about the author. Nicole Gillespie is actually the author of 2 books, with her first book, Transparent Movements, published in 2020. And her second book, Mirror's Reflections, which I am reviewing today, was published in 2022. Being an author had always been a dream of hers since she was 12, but at the time, it looked like entering the world of an author would be nothing more than a dream. Since at the time, Nicole did not have a lot of faith in her writing abilities. So writing ended up becoming a private hobby that she found therapeutic, which makes a lot of sense. Often when a person writes out their emotions, it makes it easier for them to process things. Now, what finally pushed her into taking the plunge in the world of publishing a book is that one day someone asked her why was she always writing, and she told them that she was just writing poetry. Once she told the person that she writes poetry, they begged her to please let them read it. When she agreed, they surprised her because they just absolutely loved her poems and encouraged her to continue writing. This not only boosted her confidence, but it made her accept that she had the ability to fulfill her dream of being a writer. So what gave Nicole the brilliant idea to write Mirror's Reflections? Well, when she was putting together the poems she wanted to put into this book, it dawned on her that these poems dive deep into looking into truth that you can't really question because it's true and you have to accept it. Kind of like how when you look at your mirror's reflection and you see the truth and you cannot deny that truth no matter what you wish to tell yourself. Alright, my lovelies, let's take a moment to take a closer look at this cover. Now, what I really like about the cover of this book is the person looking at the images shown in the mirror is not just being shown one image looking back at her. She's being shown different images of herself displaying different emotions. And I absolutely love this because it shows how human beings are complex. We go through different ranges of emotions, not just one, and we should never treat things in our life that are complicated like they're simple. Alright, time to get to the poems. Now the first poem, my lovelies, I would like to discuss with you is called Empty. And I absolutely love what the author did with this poem because it really takes a hard look at humanity. You see, it goes into how humans a lot of times will try to follow and build up people who are very self-absorbed because for some reason that particular self-absorbed jerk is treated like they have all the answers. To give you more of an idea of what I'm talking about, Netflix made a movie about the Anna Delvey incident called Inventing Anna. Now, Anna Delvey pretended to be a German heiress to scam people out of money and attempted to scam a bank out of a large amount of money so that she could start an art gallery in New York City. But even before she tried scamming the bank, she had scammed several hotels and people. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because, yes, Anna Delvey did have moments where she was nice to people, but for the most part, she was extremely shallow, too absorbed in her own world, and just expected everyone to do whatever she wanted to do. And if you didn't do what she wanted, she was just really mean. She even looked down on her own family because they did not make huge money. Her father just owned a small car repair business, which really she saw as pathetic. Yet for some reason, even though she had her attitude, she got a lot of people defending her, saying, oh, no, she's not lying about being an heiress. She's the real deal. She just has to work hard because her rich daddy cut her off. You should sympathize with her. And really, she did not give people much of a reason to really stand up for her. Like I said, she was mean. But they still just were captivated by her and still had to insist that, oh, no, you need to sympathize with her. Back to my point about the poem Empty. It brings up how the same way people were determined to defend Anna Delvey despite her illegal actions and say, no, Anna's the real deal. Empty brings up the fact that humans not only do that, but ask why. It's like this obsession people have with someone who is completely shallow and won't help them. They feel the need to defend them, even though they're practically soulless and really only do cruel things. And ask, why do we feel the need to defend people like that? Why do we feel the need to follow people like that? They're not nice. And it's strange that we waste our time with it. Now, I know many of you are wondering, well, this poem, Empty, that sounds good. Why don't you read it, Madam Crystal Butterfly? I'm not going to, because you need to, and the best way for you to be able to do that is to buy this book. Trust me, my lovelies, this book is simply amazing, and you are doing yourself a huge disservice if you do not purchase it. Now, even though I am not going to read Empty, I am going to read a little bit of one of my favorite poems in this lovely book to give you deeper perspective into what this book is all about. And the poem I am going to read for you, my lovelies, is called Comfort. Turning my back on everything simple, because simple isn't easy anymore. It's a bore. I'm looking for more, just like comfortable isn't comfortable anymore. It has lost its allure. It feels as if comfortable is picking on me and trying to fight me for real. We used to play fight all the time, at will. When we used to wrestle, his arms that were around me felt so snuggly and warm. I would lay down and say I give, but comfortable is not feeling comfortable anymore, 'cause he no longer playing fair. Every time I try to get up from our zone we created because of having things to do, I either get DDT or chokeslammed. I'd be like, dang, that was a little too rough. Don't you think you are for real? But The only thing he says to me is, stay down here. You can walk and not run. You can whisper and not speak. You can even continue to hide in my shadow and not be seen. It's me, comfortable. You act like you haven't been acquainted with me for years. Now, my lovelies, if you want to hear the rest of this wonderful poem, I do suggest you buy this book. And what I really did enjoy about this poem is that it's talking about how you can get comfortable with the way things are, even if they're really bad, and it's scary to make the transition out of the bad situation because you never know if when you finally get the courage to make the change, that change may be far worse than what you were used to before. And I love the fact that the author went into this subject because, yes, change is scary, but when you get comfortable with a situation that is not good for you and can be very detrimental to your well-being, then you have to push yourself to make the change and remove yourself from that situation. All right, my lovelies. So, when it comes to Mirror's Reflection, I am going to give it a rating of 5 butterflies out of 5. Each of these poems I found extremely enjoyable due to their deep dive into humanity, because I feel like it was getting into a lot of subject matter that people don't really like to talk about, but need to talk about, and take a deeper look at their own reflection and see their own truth so that they can work harder to improve their own lives instead of being complacent with the way things are. Alright, my lovelies, if you made it to this part of the video, I would like to say thank you, and please give this video a like, leave me a comment, and if you have not yet, slap the subscribe button like oh your buddy, and don't forget to give that little notification bell a ring. And with that, my lovelies, this video is a wrap. Now if you please come with me as we dance into a world of magic.